does not transfer money to India, and nobody wants to take money in India from India because there are lots of process involved. So if you don't have a right financial advisor both the sides, you can just never do that. So it's very important. I think you got a very right question actually.
Hi, my name is Atul Gopal. I'm a bit puzzled. Hoops at this point of time, you're saying that it's still not got cash flows. It's 3 years now. So, don't you think your product development has stretched a little bit too long? One question.
Yeah.
Second is, looking back, if you had to change the way you manage the startup, do you think you should have done something leaner in the sense, you understand the philosophy that if it's not working, ditch it and try something else, So many entrepreneurs start off with a business idea,
Sure.
which doesn't work out and they end up in something quite different. So is that a thought that ever came to your mind?
So first question, are we making cash? So we are in the mode of that. So we are already closing lots of deals now, which is, as I said, for any product company, there are two phases, right? So you might have a product which can uncash right from day one, or there is a product company which may even run uncash 2-3 years down the line. So we're just starting seeing closure of deals already. So at the end of the day, at the same point of time, I said what was important in the product life cycle itself. We met customers right from the beginning. So we already actually kept on adopting our product to the requirements, to the way we want to make cash and so on, and so forth. The other thing is, if you see consumer internet, right? Consumer internet is slightly a different story, even from product standpoint. You take an example of Pinterest, right? Very classic example. Pinterest, a US company, right? Where you can pin your images and social around it. Pinterest raised over $200 million with zero money after 2.5 years. It's still raising $1 billion, maybe not even making any money, right? Because consumer internet is slightly a different ballgame, wherein you want to decide whether you want to build a value from a consumer volume standpoint, or you want to build a value from cash standpoint on a balance sheet. Right? In our product, we were more B2C and consumer internet facing, so we knew that our value will be number of consumers we want to build in. And that itself will help us to drive cash. And when I say cash, for us, cash was either two forms, either customers or exit. As long as you get cash, because cash has no color, right? So wherever it comes from. So we decided that we'll focus on building the consumers. And we'll take an example of Freecharge. Why would Snapdeal actually acquire Freecharge for $400 million, right? Does not make sense. If nobody knows that, Snapdeal spends lots of money in customer acquisition, right? It spends tons of money in acquiring customers. So they said, if I get 40 million consumers additionally, and if I'm spending X amount of money on my own to acquire those customers, which I'm not sure whether they'll come or not, or if I do this, and I also build new business models, it makes sense, right? So we honestly, in our case, we were more focusing on building that kind of company. But having said that, now coming to Persistent, we were not having that freedom of thinking the same way. So immediately when we came to Persistent, we aligned our products to start making money, and in fact we are actually looking to do very quickly on that now. So you're right, that thought process of whether you should change, you should not change, it did come to us point when we're not making even after 1.5 years, and investors asking you guys the money. So in fact we actually even came out with this e-grocery idea at that point of time. E-grocery chalu karte hain, cash to chalu ho jayega kuch from maybe second month, and we could use that cash flow to survive other things.
See, this question is again related to what Atul Gopal asked. My name is Arun Kumar. In India, generally we want paisa coming into the galla from day one.
Yeah. Kitna deti hai?
Kitna deti hai. So everything starts from there. Whereas if you see globally, a lot of people invest their time, money, efforts in building very large scale companies. So WhatsApp has a similar story again. They were not making money for a very long time, and suddenly now they are billions of dollars worth. So, do you think getting the money into the galla from day one is a great strategy, or having the patience of building that? What is the next future for entrepreneurs?
No, I think it's a combination of both, to be honest. You just cannot say out that WhatsApp is a great model. I mean, it works out for few, it does not work out for everybody. But having said that, one of the important thing is how you're going to make money. That is very important. You have to be confident about that. So when you're starting up, either you decide that I want to make money as a cash flow into my own company, or decide that I will build such a great product, I will build such a great ecosystem that somebody will acquire me and pay millions of dollars. Right? So you have to decide right before you're starting about it. So I always say that, in my earlier, with some of the angels I was talking about this. So what, your start defines your exit, in a way. Right? So you decide that I will make a global product. I will get 100 million users on this. I am damn sure Google will come and acquire me. Right? And you have to work towards that very diligently. Right? So you decide on that thing. Or second, you say, I want to build a Flipkart, or I want to build this enterprise company wherein I will be responsible to generate money within my company. Right? So you decide what you want to do. So once you decide that, you are automatically aligned with what you want to do next. So I would say there is no clear-cut thing that you should be patient and so on. You could be. If you are confident that what you are building is great, global, wanted, needed, and to be acquired, do it. People will come and buy you out, and many people are even buying out, and people have actually started spending more money because enterprises have realized that they cannot do everything on their own. But at the same point of time, it will be more advisable to keep thinking about how can I make money, right? I mean, right from the start. Whether you want to do it after 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, you have that thought process. If you don't have that thought process, how can I make money, then that's a disaster. That's what probably would be the key. And you want to make sure that you are communicating that right to your investors, your partners, or anybody who's involved and who is equals kind of whatever stakeholder it has in your company. So as long as you're confident communicating and you know what you want to do, it should not be a problem. So even if you didn't do it, it's okay. But make sure you give them an exit. So you give them that thought every month. You say, I know how to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. Even if you say that word in your board meeting, you're done.
I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Akash Sureka for sharing with us his wonderful entrepreneurial experience and valuable insights. We would also like to thank Mr. Supratik Thakkar for facilitating the session, and Mr. Arun Nair for introducing the guest speaker, introducing TiE to the various non-members who are present today, and for welcoming everyone here. Last but certainly not the least, a big thank you to you, the audience, for participating in today's event and making it a great success. To all the charter members, volunteers, and the TiE Pune team for making this event possible.